A while back, I declined to rant on this topic. Reason given, I haven't watched enough TeenNick, therefore I couldn't have a full opinion on this topic and I didn't want to be accused of sounding like I didn't know what I was talking about. Now that I've watched a little bit more of TeenNick and formed an opinion on each show, I feel it's about that time for me to rant on TeenNick. Starting off with the most over-promoted show on TeenNick, Degrassi. And I mean the series as a whole, not these constant train wrecks of spin-offs TeenNick keeps enforcing. The biggest problem I have with Degrassi is the overall plot of the show. It's getting really, and I mean really old. Honestly, it's far too redundant and just so typical. A bunch of teens in high school who hate each other, stabs each other in the back, tells secrets, spreads rumors, relationship problems, having sex, getting pregnant, rivalries, threats to kill each other, nerds, jocks, cheerleaders, and so on and so forth. Now look, I understand that this is a drama and TeenNick wants to keep that theme because that's what got people watching in the first place, but rehashing the same plot for each of these spin-offs isn't giving the series any spice at all. You want to know why? Because it's expected when watching a drama, it's nothing new, and we as an audience have already seen this far too many times before. Either come up with new and original ideas, or cancel this series altogether, because I highly doubt the show generates as much ratings now, no matter how much promoting you do. Over and all, there's really nothing special about Degrassi at all. I never really liked the show anyway and it bored me to death. Degrassi is nothing but a bunch of unnecessary hype from TeenNick that is just an overall disappointment as a TV show. The next show is Alien Surf Girls, a show that started up this year and has been on TeenNick for quite a while now. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. When I first saw the promo for Alien Surf Girls, the first thing that came to my mind was H2O. Seriously, I thought the show was just a rip off of H2O, and that there's just no point of watching the show. However, I gave the show a chance and turns out I was wrong and it isn't half bad. It's still a bit typical plot-wise. I mean, come on, a bunch of aliens, disguised as human females who can surf really well. I could've came up with something more creative than that, and I should know because I like to draw comic strips. Anyway, I'm getting a little off topic here. So like I said, Alien Surf Girls is just your typical average teen show. A bunch of smoking hot girls who does surfing, gets advice from their mothers, and likes guys. It isn't drama infested like Degrassi and isn't too fantasized like H2O when it comes to using their powers and stuff like that. Plus the show could really use a new theme song too. I mean, have you listened to it? LOL, so yeah, Alien Surf Girls checks out okay with me, it's pretty decent. Though, what is it with TeenNick's obsession over British and Australian girls anyway? Oh well, let's see what we have next. Dance Academy. Now the show isn't too new, but it is modern and started only a few years back. With the show, you have a bunch of girls who are into dancing and choreography. Now I know what you guys are expecting me to say. Quote, it's just like Shake It Up and is a complete rip-off, unquote. No, not this time, folks. I will say that the show needs some help in originality though, but this is Nickelodeon Studios here. Originality isn't key here at all. And of course, females liking males and unable to express their feelings for each other. See now, this all ties back to the originality dig. Why must every show on TeenNick has to have relationship problems? Back on topic, Dance Academy is another typical, my goodness, how many times have I said that word? Show that rehashes the same theme of all other teen shows. Gorgeous looking girls, has nice dance moves and is not a rip off of Shake It Up. Believe me when I rant on that show, it's going to be in shreds by the time I'm done with it. Oh, and I just found out about this little segment here. It's called TeenNick's Obsessed This. It's basically a 30-minute VH1 that features songs from all of the top artists of today. Problem is that they couldn't have a more better selection aside from Drake, Justin Bieber, and all the rest of these overhyped songs/artists from today. Staying modern is key here, I understand that, but what about some rock, metal, hip-hop and other kind of genres than just pop, country and rap? Also, it would be nice if TeenNick could show different music videos instead of showing the same music video for an extended amount of time. Just a little suggestion for the variety factor. And finally, we have the 90s, Are All That. A lot that feature some of the old classics from Nickelodeon like Kenan and Kel, Rugrats, Doug, Hey Arnold, Cat Dog, and much more. The major issue with the 90s, Are All That, is the fact that it airs late at night. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it starts as soon as midnight hits. Now Nickelodeon Studios, answer me this. If kids have a certain bedtime or has to go to school in the morning, how in the world can everyone bask in the nostalgia then? See, bringing back the classics is pretty much the smartest move that Nickelodeon Studios could have done, but airing them late at night is the dumbest move they could have done. Now, recently in other rants people have complained that the plot is starting to get a tad repetitive with the shows they air. In a way I kind of agree. Nickelodeon has a mass history of classics. There's really no reason for them to be airing the same shows over and over again. Seriously, someone needs to look into that. The rest of TeenNick is nothing but a bunch of reruns of previous TeenNick shows and teen movies. In conclusion, TeenNick really needs some help in the originality factor, the variety factor, and stop trying so hard to fit in with this generation. I mean, the channel is really becoming way too generic almost. So I guess that's pretty much it. This has been TheMatrix 176 ranting on TeenNick. Hopefully I'll get to see you folks sooner.